Welcome to All Things Soggy Buns. You guys brought in such a cool recipe idea this time around. We're going to be taking a classic dish and giving it a smoky twist.
Yeah, it's really cool how you can take something so familiar and make it totally different and exciting.
I know. Our inspiration this time is from Hay Grill. Hay, specifically their recipe for smoked deviled eggs.
Smoked deviled eggs.
Now, you probably know Soggy Buns is a Maryland-based food truck and catering service. And while we don't always have smoked deviled eggs on the menu, we love trying out new flavor combinations and bringing them to you.
Right.
You can always check out what is on the menu at soggybuns.com.
Okay, so today we're really exploring how to make a simple dish really special by smoking it and adding some great ingredients.
This is going to be fun.
Yeah, let's jump right into it. We're talking about smoked deviled eggs.
Smoked deviled eggs.
Toby and Ola describe this as a show-stopping twist on an old classic. What do you think about that?
Yeah, deviled eggs are pretty much a staple at any party, but adding smoke is going to add a whole other level of flavor.
Yeah, they really emphasize the flavor upgrade you can expect from this recipe.
I mean, they go so far as to say that while it might sound odd, at first it's going to be insane flavor.
Haha. Yeah, that's a bold statement.
It is. But when you look at the recipe, it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
That smoky flavor is going to permeate the whole dish.
Totally. And the smoky flavor comes from the foundation of this whole recipe.
Yeah, they are very clear that you need to start with perfectly smoked eggs.
Yeah, and this is so important that they don't even just give you instructions in this recipe.
Right, they actually have a whole separate post called How to Make Smoked Eggs on their website.
And they even include a link to it in this recipe.
So you know it's not an optional step.
Exactly. Getting that smoky flavor right at the start is going to make all the difference in the final product.
Totally. And, it just reinforces that using good quality ingredients and really mastering the basic techniques is essential.
For sure. In this case, the smoked egg is like the base for everything else.
It's the canvas.
Exactly. Okay, so let's say you've smoked your eggs perfectly. What comes next?
Let's break down the filling.
All right, so they use 7 smoked eggs, obviously.
Obviously for that smoky flavor.
Yeah. Then 3 tablespoons of mayonnaise for that creamy texture and to bind everything together.
Classic deviled egg ingredient there, and then things start to get a little interesting.
Yeah, instead of using sweet pickle relish, they use a tablespoon of diced pickled jalapenos.
Oh, that's cool. So you get some tang and some spice.
Yeah, and they even say you can use mild jalapenos if you don't want too much heat.
Oh, nice. So everyone can enjoy these.
Exactly. And then 2 teaspoons of stone ground coarse mustard.
I like that they use stone ground mustard. It adds a little bit of texture.
Yeah, it's not just smooth. It's got little bits in it.
And that's nice because it adds another dimension to the filling.
It does okay. And then they add 2 teaspoons of their best sweet rub.
Now, this rub is where a lot of the flavor comes from.
Yeah, they say it adds savory and sweet notes.
Plus that smoky kick we all love.
And it's homemade.
Yes. And it's what gives the deviled eggs that classic paprika color.
I love it. And you could probably find the recipe for this rub on their website too.
Probably, yeah. They might even include a link to it in the recipe notes.
It's a really smart way to bring in those barbecue flavors.
Definitely. And then to balance out all that richness, they use a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar.
Oh, yeah. Vinegar is essential for that little bit of acidity.
Right, it just brightens up all the other flavors.
So you've got smoky, you've got spicy, you've got tangy, you've got sweet.
It really sounds like a perfectly balanced flavor profile.
And let's not forget about how they look.
The presentation.
Yeah, they use 12 slices of pickled jalapenos for garnish.
So you know right away that there's some spice in there.
And then they sprinkle a little bit of their homemade BBQ sweet rub on top.
So you get a little pop of flavor and that beautiful red color.
Yeah, those little touches really make a difference.
Okay, so we've got all the ingredients. What about the method?
All right, so first you slice your smoked eggs in half and scoop out the yolks.
Simple enough.
And they have this cool tip, if some of your egg whites aren't looking so great,
Yeah, what do you do?
you can just use the yolk from an extra egg to make sure you have enough filling for all of them.
That's smart. Because
Yeah.
you want them to all look nice and full.
Exactly. No one wants a sad deviled egg.
All right, so you got your yolks in a bowl. What's next?
You add the mayonnaise,
Ah.
the mustard, the vinegar, the BBQ rub, and the diced jalapenos.
And mix it all together.
Yeah, they say to whisk it all together until it's nice and fluffy.
So you get that light and airy texture.
Right, and then you just spoon the filling into the egg whites.
Easy. And then you top each one with a slice of pickled jalapeno and a sprinkle of BBQ rub.
And you chill them in the fridge before serving.
Classic deviled egg move.
So simple, but so good.
So why does this recipe work so well?
Well, for me, it's all about that balance of flavors they talk about.
Yeah, you've got the smoky, savory flavor from the eggs, the tang and spice from the jalapenos and mustard, and the sweetness from the BBQ rub.
And they all work together so well.
It's like a flavor party in your mouth.
Exactly. And it's really interesting that they use pickled jalapenos instead of sweet pickle relish.
Right. It adds a totally different dimension of flavor.
And they specifically say that they use mild jalapenos so the spice isn't overwhelming.
Yeah. So even people who don't like a lot of heat can enjoy these.
For sure. And then there's the texture, too. You've got the creamy, filling the firm egg white and the little bit of crunch from the jalapeno slice.
It's a textural symphony.
It is.
Toby and Ola also mentioned that these would be perfect for Easter.
Oh, yeah. Deviled eggs are a classic Easter dish.
And these smoked deviled eggs would definitely be a step up from the usual.
Totally. They even have some other great Easter recipes on their site, like twice-smoked ham-grilled potato salad and smoked baked beans.
Sounds like a delicious Easter feast.
Definitely something to consider.
But you know what really sold me on this recipe?
What's that?
The reader reviews.
Oh, yeah. People love these.
Like, really love them. Someone even said they were the best deviled eggs I've ever made.
Wow, high praise.
I know, right? And someone else said they became the deviled egg guy after bringing these to a party.
That's amazing.
I know. And there were so many comments from people who said they wish they had made more.
Uh-huh. Yeah, they're that good.
It's clear that this recipe is a winner.
So to sum it all up,
If you want to take deviled eggs to the next level,
this is the recipe for you.
it's all about using high-quality ingredients, mastering basic techniques, and embracing bold flavors.
And a little bit of smoke never hurts.
It really doesn't. If you want to check out the full recipe and all of Toby and Ola's other great barbecue ideas,
And if you're in Maryland and looking for some amazing food.
some food that may or may not be smoked.
Uh-huh. Right. Well, you can always visit us at soggybuns.com to see our menu and catering options.
Thanks for listening to the All Things Soggy Buns podcast.
See you next time.